Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for loving me, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking my videos. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out any of the videos that I put out there. Today we're going to be sharing about tips on braiding, what you should do, what you should avoid so that your hair grows healthier, stronger and longer. So join me in the video. Should you avoid when you are braiding? And number one is to avoid braiding your edges. Yes, avoid braiding these edges here. You see, I have my edges, and most cases when you go to put a new hairstyle, let it be braids, let it be crochet, let it be a sew-in weave. Salon hairdressers have a tendency of also holding your edges with the braids, and putting a lot of tension on the edges leads them to breaking. You've seen people without these edges, so it's dangerous. Our edges are very weak, they are very soft, so the more tension you put on them when braiding, it will lead to their breakage, and that's not what we want for our hair. You know, we need to have hair with all the it looks, you see mine, it looks nice when you hold your hair and you have all your edges on the head. So when you are installing a new hairstyle, please avoid plating with the edges in the braids. Avoid putting a lot of tension on the edges here, so that we want to retain them. We don't want them to break. It looks funny when you don't have these edges, and every time you put a new hairstyle, they keep reducing, they keep breaking, and before you know it, you are balding. So what I advise when you are braiding, please don't put tension on the edges, or leave the edges out as you braid, or when you are braiding, let it not be so tight, because when it's so tight, when you have held in the edges, they will eventually break off. Yes, so ladies, tip number 2 is do not plait tight hairstyles. If it's too tight, please take it down. If the hairstyle you've put, let it be a sew-in weave, let it be braids, 2-strand twists, crochet. If it's too tight, my dears, please take it down, because it's going to break your hair from the follicles, from the scalp, and to some people it causes permanent hair loss. So if the hairstylist is braiding you too tightly, please advise her to loosen up the braids. Yes, hair can be neat when it's not tight. Hair shouldn't be tight. Making it tight doesn't make your hair grow any longer. Instead, it breaks it, and you realize a lot of hair breakage when you are putting down those braids. So I advise, plait your hair neatly but not tight. If it's tight, take it down. And number 3 is, if the hair you are braiding, or the new style you are putting on your hair, if it's heavier than your hair, please put it down. Heavy hairstyles have a tendency of weighing our natural hair down, because our hair naturally is very light. So if you put a lot of heaviness on your hair, you know, it's like you are dragging it down like so. So if the hairstyle is heavy, it will weigh down your hair and your hair will break. So heavy hairstyles have a tendency of weighing down our hair and breaking it in the long run. So still your hair will not grow any longer, it will just be growing in reverse. When you take down that hairstyle, you'll still realize a lot of hair breakage. So avoid heavy hairstyles. Number 4 is common to all of us: oiling and moisturizing your hair in braids. Yes, to some of us this is new. Most of us don't do it when we put braids, but I encourage you, when you put a new hairstyle, please always moisturize your hair, oil your scalp. When your scalp is oiled, it's like you've laid a fertile ground for your hair to grow. And when you keep moisturizing your braids, our natural hair naturally loves water, it loves moisture. So even when it's in braids, keep moisturizing it, keep spraying it with some water, so that it remains elastic. You see, so that it remains elastic and strong, so that in the process, when you're taking it down, it will not break. When it's dry, it's too brittle and too delicate. So if you don't keep moisturizing it, you experience a lot of hair breakage, a lot of hair loss when you're taking down the braids. So when you have installed the braids, always moisturize, always oil. I'll be sure. Number 5 is take down those braids after 2 months. Yes, maximum time limit for having your braids on your head is 2 months, not any longer. Yeah, so I advise between 1 month and 2 months, take those braids down, because the longer they stay, you will have a lot of dirt. You have a lot of dirt coiled up on the hair. So when you take down the hair, it will be a bit tough and hard for you to comb through the dirt, and by so doing, your hair will come off with the dirt. So at least 2 months are enough, not any longer, to avoid accumulation of the dirt. So if you put them down within that time limit, 2 months or 1 month, it will be easy for you to remove the dirt without experiencing a lot of hair breakage or a lot of hair loss. And what we want is to retain all this, hair on our hair. It's the only way how we are going to realize that our hair is growing. And finally, I saved this for the last viewer. This, we all do it, we've all done it, but it's not good and it's not healthy. After we've installed our braids, I know you know what I'm going to say. They always hold them in a puff. I know all of you are that pain. We all dread that part when we are putting a new hairstyle. When the stylist has to put the puff immediately after they have braided us. Well, today I'm telling you that is wrong. That is wrong. You're not supposed to hold your braids in a puff after installing that new hairstyle, because first of all, it's painful, then it's adding more tension on your hair. Most of us be walking as if we are robots. You know, you can't even turn your head so fast because of the pain. So what is recommended, or what I'm advising, is after you've put your braids, please tell the hairstylist not to hold a puff. Tell her just to leave it flowing. You can just like tie a scarf when you're going to sleep, so they don't be everywhere. It reduces on the tension, and you know, that tension on the scalp. Yes, so ladies, those were the points. Hope they were helpful. Hope you are going to implement them if you want your hair to grow longer without experiencing any hair damage or experiencing any unnecessary hair shedding. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you're new to my channel, subscribe and let me know in the comment section what you would like me to talk about, what you would like us to experiment about our hair, what you would like to know. Yes, I'd love to receive those comments. Otherwise, from me here, bye.